Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jasmine Fire and Peace, and this is my story. Alright vibes, so I just wanted to come today to just say a couple things. I don't want to hold you guys long, but just a couple things as far as my opinion about certain things that's happening right now in the world. First thing first, we all are entitled to our own opinion about life, decisions that we make, basically anything. We all have our own opinion. And it's okay to express your opinion. That's your opinion. You do what you want to do. Okay. I feel as if we cannot change anyone's opinion. That is up to them. That is their individuality. That's what they have to decide if they want to change. We cannot physically force them. We cannot use words against them to force them to think the way that we think. So when we look at certain things, and let's just give an example about life. Me, I don't believe like college is the way in life. I honestly don't. That's my opinion. I feel like it's a debt collector. But I do have family and friends that go to school because they need certain certificates to graduate. Certain certificates to get the job that they need in their field. So if all means do your thing, because I understand some jobs you have to have that certificate, especially if you want to be a doctor, a nurse, etc. Definitely go to school for that. But for other reasons, I feel like, for example, if you want to own a business, I don't feel like you should go to school to own a business. Buy a business license, do your research. But I feel as if I cannot change anyone's opinion about what they want to do. So with everything that's going on right now, I feel like us as Black people and myself, well, I'm going to speak for myself. I'm not going to speak for us as a whole. I'm going to speak for myself because, again, we're individualities. So I'm going to speak for myself. I feel as if we cannot change anyone. We can inform them. We can educate them and give them knowledge that we have about our culture. But we cannot change anyone's opinion about how they feel about us. So when we are constantly on social media and we're like getting upset because someone has a different side or think differently from us, and we're commenting to back to what they're saying and being very rude, I feel like it doesn't put ourselves in a better position at all. If you're gonna speak to someone, throw at them knowledge, but in a respectful way. Don't get upset because someone says all lives matters, not just Black lives. Explain to them, why do you feel like as of right now Black lives matter, and as of always Black lives matter. Explain to them, educate them about it. Don't get upset because they're saying all lives matter. Maybe some people just don't see what it is that we're seeing. I feel like racism is not something that you're born with. It's something that has been taught in the home. So it's kind of hard. It's like when you grow up and your mom is like, when you're riding, for example, when I was younger, and we used to like be in a car with my mom. My mom used to say, oh, you can't ride with the lights on or whatever. You're going to get pulled over by the cops. That's something I have been taught and something that I always kept with me. Like, okay, I can't do this because this. It's just like, y'all, sorry, my arm hurting. It's just like it's something that you are taught, and it's kind of hard to break something that you have taught. And I don't want to call it a habit. It's just like your learning experience. It's an experience in life. We all had different experiences in life, so it's kind of hard for us to be like or get upset. For it's hard for me to get upset with someone that doesn't know what I know, or doesn't have the same opinion that I have, because honestly, you never lived in my shoes. You never been in my skin. So I can't get mad at you. I cannot get mad at you. I can only educate you on things that I know. But I can't honestly be mad at you. You know what I'm saying? Because people are taught that. They're raised that, maybe their lives are better than ours, or whatever. So for my people, and I always think about this, like, as you guys can see by the title of my name, sorry, this stool is definitely spinning. As you guys can see by the title of my name is Vibe and Peace. So I feel like it was only right, and I took time before I decided to come on here and just blabber. But I took time and I really thought about it and I digested it, and I'm just like, oh my God, I really need to say something. Because me, my people, I just feel like we go through a lot of things mentally, and we don't realize like certain things that we do through our daily basis, or certain ways that we think is really damaging us mentally. So I did want to say, like, with everyone constantly being on social media all day, I personally just got back on Instagram not too long ago, and it's so crazy because I got back off of it. I was off for a month because I was fasting, and then I got back on and I was like, I'm back. And then literally I was on for like maybe 2 days and I got back off again, because I feel like you are in control of what you see. Okay. And in some cases, you are in control of what you see. And if I can control me not seeing so much negativity on my page, or, you know, on social media, or not having to watch it, I'm not going to watch it. I'm going to make sure I control my inner peace. I know what I believe in, and I know what I stand for, but I cannot continuously sit all day and just watch so much negativity going over and over, because guess what, that's going to make me upset, and that's gonna really like damage me. I feel like if we're gonna use our platforms for something, try to post something that's more knowledgeable, not so much of the negative about it. I know it is a negative situation, but let's post like what changes that we can make. Let's post like, you know, petitions that we can sign and stuff like that, because I know my little cousin, she has like some petitions that she posted on her Twitter and on all of her platforms for people to sign. Like I explained to them this weekend or whatever to not be responding back to like so much negative things. And if you're going to respond back to it giving them knowledge and understanding of your point of view. Because honestly, I had some family members when we were together, and they were just like, oh, this person posted this, and I'm gonna say this bad because they shouldn't say that. And it was like a heated confrontation, really, Jasmine, really. It was like a heated moment going back and forth. So it's like, wait a minute, don't do that, because now you're getting yourself worked up, you're getting yourself heated about everything that is going on, and this person could be on the opposite side just laughing about it, and you're getting upset. Like, don't let them take that power from you. You keep your power. Don't do that. Like, don't give them the shit that they want. Don't give it to them, okay? Because now you're not helping the situation. Help it by acknowledging them. Like, you're throwing fuel into the fire, and that's not what we should do, you guys. Like, we got to really, really think about this. Like, when I sat down and I talked, we literally had a family circle talk, like a table talk circle thing with my family, and it was so refreshing. It felt so good. We even us having that conversation, we were able to open up some eyes. I'm not going to say completely change some minds, but we were actually able to open up some eyes, and people actually seeing like, oh yeah, you're right, I didn't see it that way, or I didn't look at it that way, because we actually had a conversation about it. And we weren't much so of like arguing and trying to bash one another because of what they believe in. We actually sat down and we talked monotone, and we expressed our opinions about how we felt on the topics. And then once everyone went around the table and expressed themselves, we were able to come to a conclusion with some of us and be like, okay, yeah, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it this way, because we don't actually sit down and talk and try to hear somebody's point of view. We're so much ready for a response. So give somebody a time. Actually listen to what they are saying before we actually respond, and kind of see where they're coming from. You know what I'm saying? Why did this person feel this way? Try to feel like, try to understand why that person feel that way, or what could have made them think this way. Like, I'm about to fall off this stool. Like, what could have made them feel this way? You know what I'm saying? Instead of being so quick to bash them or whatever. Like, really think about it. For example, my cousins, they kept saying, oh, I think looting is great. They need to go around and do whatever because we're taking back what they took from us and this and that. And I literally sat down and I listened. I listened. I didn't wait for a response. I was like, so why do you believe that? And they gave me all these examples of why they believe that it is okay, or whatever. And I remember just a couple days before that, I was watching the news at my grandmother's house. I never watched the news, guys. My grandparents faithfully watched the news, faithfully. So I was watching the news at my grandparents' house. I don't even own a TV to watch the news. And my grandparents, on the news, it was like, please send us videos of people that are looting places or whatever. So that way we can make sure they are held responsible for their actions and this and that. And I'm like, do you guys not see what that's doing to us? I get it, you're angry and you're upset, but at the end of the day, that's breaking the law. Like, there's laws above us. And whether we agree with it or not, it still stands. It's a law. Okay, just how we want to fight and say this is a law, like police should not be doing this to us, this is not right or whatever. It's a law with looting. Okay, so if you're going into these places and I hope I'm saying this right, is it looting or looting, whatever. If you're going into these places and you're stealing and people are recording this, like they're recording this feed, if you're stealing out of these places, breaking into these places, damaging these places, guess what? They're going to put you behind bars. And if we don't sit back and think, that, guess what that's doing to us? That's putting more of our people behind bars and leaving all the bad out. You know what I'm saying? Because now they have a reason, a reason to arrest us because we're doing things that we should not do and we're breaking the law. Like, if we're gonna protest, I really want like a peaceful protest. Like, let them hear us out. If we're screaming and we're yelling, that's not gonna get through to them. We're just making it we're just basically adding fire to the fuel. Like, yes, let's stand up, let them hear our voice, let's speak out. But when we're having these protests, I honestly feel like it should be a peaceful protest. Like, if we're going into these places and we're stealing and this and that, it's giving them another reason to put us behind bars. It was this guy, and I think it was in, I don't want to say the wrong place. It was on the news, and I don't know exactly where it was at, but it was an African American guy. He went live on Facebook, and he basically told, yeah, we went in there and we did this, we did that. They also had footage of him and his friends or whatever going inside, stealing out of these places and breaking into these places. And guess what? During his freaking live, the police pulled up to where he was at during his freaking live to arrest him for what he did. So we have to be very mindful. Now, guess what? That person, he really wanted to speak out. He wanted to say this and he wanted to say that. But now, guess what? He can't. His mouth is now closed because he is behind bars. So he can't really speak about what, changes that we need to make because of stealing or doing the wrong thing. So don't let them shut us up. Like, if you want to speak, but do it the right way and do it peacefully, so that way we won't give them another reason to put more of us behind bars for no freaking reason. You know what I'm saying? So all I wanted to say is, y'all, because I'm about to get heated all over again. All I wanted to say is, y'all, we are in control of things that we post. So if you're gonna post something about the situation that's going on, post some knowledge, post some petitions for people to sign, post something positive where we can, like, I wouldn't say, because it's not positive, post something that that can help the situation, not make it worse than what it is, not feeding our people so much negative, and show them, okay, let's do this and let's do it the right way. Okay, let's just do it. And I know people are gonna probably say, oh, well, we've been trying to do this the right way for years, and we've been trying to do this for years and try to do this for years. But you guys have to really sit back and think, like, if we're doing it the wrong way, they're putting us behind bars. They're going to shut us up. And then who is left to speak? We can't speak. But if we're just doing our freedom of speech and we are talking and educating people without the negative things, what, you gonna put me behind bars because I'm speaking out? Doesn't make sense, right? Exactly. All right, so I just want to say, guys, be very mindful of, one, what you're posting. Be very mindful, one, of what you're viewing. And for all the people that's on YouTube, YouTubers, influencers, everyone. Was watching some people's videos and they was like, oh, I just feel so, feel some type of way about posting, and I'm not posting about the situation that's going on. We acknowledge it. Yes, we have to not acknowledge it, and I'm not saying move forward with it, but we have to be mindful of it. Be mindful of what we post, because at the end of the day, this platform is some people's full-time income, and they need to be recording. They need to, do certain things to make sure they're making their income. But at the same time, they don't want to post negative because they don't want to mentally damage our people. I damn sure don't. I don't. Like, if you go on any of my social medias, I don't post anything negative about it. I don't repost like people going into places like tearing up places. I don't repost things like just negative things. I don't repost it because and it's hard for me to even watch because it's hurting. But the fact that I know what I stand for and I know what I believe, you can't tell me shit. You can't be like, oh my gosh, she's posting about like some makeup artist. Oh my God, this makeup artist posting about makeup when everything is going on right now in the world. You don't think that they're not knowledgeable about it, especially if they're African American? You don't think that they're not knowledgeable about it? Maybe they just don't want to put so much negativity, on their platform because they don't want people to see it. It's not that we're trying to shut it up. It's that you have to be careful of what you're putting out. I honestly feel like if you're an influencer and you acknowledge what's going on and you know what you believe in, you know what you stand for, not saying necessarily move forward, but move forward without hurting like people. Like, I'm trying to figure out the right words to say this because, people like to twist your words. But all I'm gonna say is, y'all, I don't want to put any more negative shit on this internet, what people, already put on there. If anything, acknowledge one another about changes that we can make, about things that we can do to make a change. But as far as like the negative shit, I'm not for it. I'm really not for it. And that's honestly why I got back off of Instagram. We were talking also at my family, like table talk or whatever you want to call it. And we were saying, if you go on to any platform, okay, say you're fresh, you're brand new. My little cousin, Kelsey, she said this. She said she had just started another Instagram page. She didn't follow anybody. She didn't like anything. It was one page that she ended up following was a hair page. And she said right after she clicked that hair page on her, what is it called? It's like, it's not a popular page. What the freak is that thing called? I can't remember what it's called, but like her suggestion page, I'm gonna just call it that. On her suggestion page, it was like, oh, you should follow this hair group, this hair thing, hair. Because I'm gonna tell you all this. When you click or you double tap on something negative, guess what Instagram is going to do, or Facebook? I don't have Facebook, whatever. But guess what these platforms are going to do? They're going to show you more of that same shit because that's what's keeping them on, keeping you on their platform. That's what keeping you on their apps. And giving them more time, more revenue, or whatever it is that they're getting to get paid off of these Instagrams and Facebook or whatever. If you double tap something, they're going to show you more of what you like. So if you keep double tapping all this negative shit that's going on, guess what? They're going to show you more of it, more of it, and more of it, and more of it. And people are just like, oh my God, like it's all over. It's all over because you're double tapping on it, and that's what they feeding your ass. So be very careful and be very mindful of that. With me, I noticed too, like, I try not to, like on my, let's say YouTube, because I only been on YouTube and Snapchat. Snapchat, I see what I want to see. I post. Sometimes I don't even ever go see other people's snaps. I just post a quick pic and I'm off, or whatever the case is. Or I might go through and like see some of my friends' snaps or something like that every now and again. But I feel like I have more control of what I see because I post and I go. With YouTube, I look up the same shit all the time. So YouTube is going to keep suggestion, like things that I like to watch people living in their cars, how to cook, use my air fryer, which I need to use today. Stuff like that. Like, I see more of that. So be very mindful what you're double tapping on. Be mindful what you're following. Be mindful what you're commenting on and what you're engaging in. And this go more further than social media. Some people say, oh, the only social media I got is YouTube. Think about the news. What are you watching on the news? Okay, if you're sitting around and you're watching news all day, every day, what's on the news? What the hell people want to see? Some negative ass shit. That's why I don't watch the news. The news is always so negative. I've never, like, when I watched like that 1 hour, I think it was like 1 hour, 30 minutes of the news when I was at my grandparents' house, I was like, really? Like, this is all we talking about is killing and robbing and stealing, and like, this is it? People getting sick, people are dying. I'm like, okay, where's the good shit? Because if I'm sitting down and I'm watching news every day, guess what I'm feeding my brain? Some negative ass shit. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not with it. I'm just not with it. I'm sorry, I'm not with it. Going forward on my page, this video, damn, I didn't realize I was talking that long. This video's getting a lot longer than I wanted it to. I'm sorry. But going forward, I'm gonna be posting my daily lives, my vlogs, or whatever. If it's something that you do not want to see because you want to see more of negative shit that's going on in the life, and whatever it is, I'm sorry, unsubscribe, move forward, because I'm not about to put some negative shit on my platform to feed to people's brains that it should not be fed to. Like, I'm sure we know what's going on. Everybody know what's going on. Let's just take those measures and doing what we have to do outside of this platform. Let's not continue to feed other people's brains. And just remember, you control your peace. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure I'm as peaceful as possible. Everyone know, like, shit that I went through on last year. So this year was like, Jasmine, I really have to like get it together. I have to get it together, and I have to acknowledge basically what I'm doing in life, and it's okay to feel. I don't want people to get me wrong. Like, it's okay to feel some type of way. That's it's good. It's okay to be sensitive. That's healthy for the body or whatever. But we can't just like sit there. We can't sit there in that same depressed states, because it's just going to turn into more depression if we keep seeing the shit that we're seeing, and we don't get up and we move. So if you're sitting around all day and you're talking like, oh my God, this is so bad, it's so bad, it's so bad, guess what that's doing with you? Like, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. So at first, yes, I was upset, and I'm still am upset, but I'm not letting that hold me. I'm trying to do different things outside to make sure I'm doing my part, to make sure, like, reason why I want to have kids, I'm scared, y'all. I don't want my kids to have to come through this. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's scary. This is really scary. And that could have been any of us on that ground, any of us in any type of situation. So let's just be very mindful again, guys, what we are posting going forward, guys. Like I said, be that change that you want to see. Damn it. Please be that change that you want to see. And acknowledge what's going on. But don't get stuck. Don't let them get you guys so upset. Don't let them take your power. Please don't let them take your power. Don't let them do it. Do not let them do it. And us responding back and on what's the shit called? Twitter, I think, Twitter, Instagram, and all these other different social media platforms. Be very mindful, guys. Educate the next person. Don't bring them down. We cannot change anyone's opinion on anything in life, whether it's what's going on right now, whether it's what's in their lives, decisions that they want to make in their life. We don't have control over it. State what you believe, and leave it at that. Because if you're sitting there and you going back and forth with arguing with someone for 20 minutes, so let's say 20 minutes, we arguing back and forth with somebody for 20 minutes about why they don't see what you see. Guess what? That's 20 minutes that you could have talked to maybe 2,000 people and educating them on your point of view versus arguing with someone. So let's just be very mindful about things like that. And continue to post things to help, not more so of like, oh my God, they're doing this, they're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, us doing wrong. Because we're just going to put more of us behind bars and shutting us up, and that's not what we're here for. It's time for us to definitely speak up, but let's do it in a peaceful way. All right, vibes, that's going to wrap things up for my video today. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and always remember, vibe and peace. Bye.